You guys trying to say I'm the worst dressed here? What are you trying to get here, lads?
We'll think of a nip on that.
Dude, we got into a lot of good stuff.
I'm sure you can share them at a later date.
Yeah.
I thought I was seeing things. I had too much gas in there.
I didn't think this question would
And that is
cause much discussion. Hello everyone and welcome back to Access Scotland Camp, connecting you to your team. I'm Ali Price. I'm joined by Rory Sutherland and Hamish Watson. Thanks for joining, guys.
It's great to be here.
Hi Ali, thanks for the
You're welcome. It's our final week of the Guinness Six Nations, and in this episode we'll be chatting about how we recover after a match, reviewing some action from the Tenants Premiership final, and answering your fan questions. First up, so 6-day turnaround. How do the squad recover after what was a pretty brutal game against the Irish?
It's a bit different, like depending on game time. So it's all game time dependent. But most of the boys who started would have jumped in the pool straight after the game. After we got back from the President's Suite and all the formal stuff after the game. Then the subs and the boys who didn't play we were in the next day, weren't we? Doing gym and some conditioning stuff just on the bikes. And then the team, I think, got in ice baths again. And then we're pretty lucky with our facilities here that we all cryoed today, and so we're all doing the right things to try and get ready for, like you say, a short turnaround. So yeah, very lucky with the facilities we have here.
I think it all depends as well what you prefer and what your protocol is. Like if you've had a game where you've had a lot of contacts, you prefer to get in the cold and spend a bit of time in there. It's not as nice as the heat, but yeah, like for me, if I've played sort of 65, 70 minutes, I'll be in the cold, spend 10 minutes and try and do a bit of heat.
Pretty individual, but hot, colds, that kind of thing. We have a few things that so Lecky, one of our S&C coaches, provides a bit of a quiz for us.
Who is currently, this is in June 2012, in a legal battle with Kevin Costner? Was it Mel Gibson, Stephen Baldwin or Russell Crowe?
Stephen Baldwin!
Correct!
Yeah!
It's like minus 110, 120 degrees C, so pretty cold, but that takes your mind off it, doing a little quiz there. And then just following on from that, obviously, last game of the Six Nations for us, closing off at BT Murrayfield. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think we're all really looking forward to it. Probably haven't put an 80 minutes performance together yet. Probably over the whole campaign, we've had parts of the campaign where we've played some amazing rugby, but then not done a full 80. So we've got to try and put it all together this weekend, and I think we're all looking forward to the game, last game at Murrayfield for a while. And yeah, we've got to try and finish on a high and give some momentum going into the summer.
Moving on to the next section is on community clips. So for community clips this week, we will be reviewing the dying minutes of the thrilling Tenants Premiership final between Hawick and Curry. It's from the 78th minute onwards. Hawick are 14-11 up, but they've also got 13 men. So this is the last couple of minutes of the final there, so I'll show you now.
Trying to make some ground. Picked up then by Boyer. On towards the fly half. They've got a bit of width on here. Curry, and it could be in the corner. The referee raising the arm. Cody McGovern in the corner. Curry leaping.
I didn't know this happened.
Did you not?
I've not seen it yet, but I've obviously seen, like, I'm friends with a lot of people like from like Facebook and Instagram and stuff, so I've seen everyone on the pitch afterwards celebrating. It looked unreal.
Ooh, jeez, 4 points.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Jackal.
Curry got the ball back off the kick-off as well. Oh no.
Finishing on Mall try? No. Does it go wide?
How's over the line, do you?
Look at the wee boy in the background.
It's a good day as well.
Yeah, it's a good day. Go on then. Yes. It's a great try.
It's a big win.
Didn't realise that.
Didn't realise that's how it ended.
No, neither did I.
Mad.
Congratulations to Hoyk. Got him for Curry.
What a finish. Down to 13 men as well, holding on to the ball.
Unreal.
You had any examples of games you've been involved in where it's been a similar situation, either down a man or needing to score, sort of last play, clocks in the red?
All of us probably been involved in both of those scenarios. Maybe not 13 men as well, and in a cup final like that. So there's massive pressure on those boys. But I guess the way Hoyk went through the phases there at the end, 2 men down, it takes a lot of bottle. There's a lot of pressure on those lads, and to keep recycling the ball like that. And Curry again probably don't want to give away too many penalties, so they're trying to be squeaky clean there as well. It's just it's nerve-wracking times for both of those teams, and I've sort of been in both those scenarios, not in finals, but yeah, and it's obviously gutting for Curry to lose like that as well. But
Yeah.
an amazing moment, an amazing night, I'm sure, for all those Hoyt lads.
I think one of the most fondest memories of that would be we were Ulster. Did you play the Ulster away game maybe 3 or 4 years ago when Dunkey
Nah, I didn't play.
played
Dunkey
did the drop goal at the end? We were like maybe it's like 82 minutes. Try to see out the game. I came off the bench. Yeah, Dunkey slotted the drop goal at 82 minutes. It was class. And then Dewey with France as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many minutes was that? Was
Oh,
that like
yeah.
8 minutes over?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
geez,
don't
forgot about
know.
that. No, that was 82, 83. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that's
That was about
Yeah.
20 odd phases.
good memory.
I was in the back of an ambulance, mate.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That was when I dislocated my shoulder against France away, and then I was on my way to the hospital, and the other guy in the back of the ambulance got it up on video for me, got it live on his phone. I remember, I'm sure it was about 85, 86 minutes,
Yeah.
and then Dewey got in for the try. I thought I was seeing things. I had too much gas in there.
I think sometimes when you get in that position when you're behind, there's no time left. There's not going to be another stoppage. You just have to hold on to the ball, get the bit between your teeth, source every ruck, and eventually get an overlap or you'll get that chance. And now time for some fan questions. This week, the question we think is the best / inspired the best topic of conversation between the three of us will win a signed match programme from the Scotland vs Ireland game. And here is the programme signed by Stuart Hogg on his 100th appearance. So yeah, pretty special.
Pretty cool, yeah.
That's a pretty cool prize to win. First question we've got. So this might annoy you a little bit.
Come on then.
Schumann or Xander, who wins in an arm wrestle? And if you threw yourself into that, where would you put yourself out of those two?
Shuey.
I think Shuey wins. As much as I hate to say it, Skimmies would win.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
chuck Suz in there, Skewy still wins. No. To be fair, Suz was out benching everyone in the gym today. What you
Cheers,
Suz?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
I
going
love
I
both.
don't know if that helps in an arm wrestle, but
No, it does.
If you couldn't play rugby, what other career path would you take?
Before becoming a professional rugby player, did a bit of engineering. Did that when I left school, so that would be what I would choose after rugby. Go back into the engineering route.
I'm not sure. I went straight into rugby and didn't go to uni, so probably before that I would have been like a footballer, maybe for Man United or something. I think skill level I'm sort of up there, but I've got a 0-star weak foot, no weak foot, so went into rugby and stuff.
Yeah, I'm pretty similar to you.
What with the football? The football or the
Two
no
left
qualifications?
Be good down the left. Good down the left. No, yeah, I pretty much went straight into rugby. Lasted a couple of weeks at university, but tried to make something out of a rugby career. Yeah, I don't know. Our time will come in the next few years, I'm sure. Would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck? Tricky to say that.
Well, I'd say if it was a
Do you
horse,
understand that?
if it was a horse, no, you know
look.
what I mean. I wouldn't want to fight a horse, but a horse-sized duck, I reckon you'd be alright.
A duck-sized horse, because ducks are small.
Yeah, I'm going duck-sized horses.
Yeah, I'm going
Duck-sized
duck-sized horses.
Just kick them all away.
Have you got 100 of them?
Yeah.
Mate,
Got
you
quick
can't-
feet, mate.
You're not taking on 100 little miniature horses.
Is it all 3 of us or just one? One of
No,
us.
You just...
I'm still backing myself.
You reckon?
The small ones, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But what's a massive duck gonna do?
Well, think of the nip on that.
Do you reckon the miniature horses, are they even quicker than a big horse? 'Cause
No.
they're so small.
No, shorter
Are
legs.
they still as strong though?
Well, no, surely it's
No.
just literally take a horse in its size and then everything's to scale,
Oh, okay.
I reckon.
Yeah.
Nasty kick.
Yeah, I think
Chip away at your shins.
100 little. Imagine putting 100 ducks in here and then.
How
turning
are you
into
gonna
horses.
How are you gonna fight a duck that size though? It's huge.
Do we have to fight it, and is it to the death, or is it
It's
like
to
I
the
can,
death.
can
Would
we
you
run
rather
away from
fight? No, you got to
it?
stand.
You see, I reckon I could
trade.
run away from. Oh, you got to trade.
Yeah, you're locked in. I didn't think this question would
And that is
cause
Suz-
much discussion.
If it's a 3 of us against the big duck, all you've got to do is be not the slowest in this group, so we could leave Suz to fight
Yeah.
the horse-sized duck.
I'm faster than Ali.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Ali,
we'll
you're,
go out and pitch after this.
Ali, you're getting left to fight the duck, man.
I think 100 little
the,
horses.
The duck-sized horses.
Yeah. We're never going to know what the outcome is, but that's what we'll go with.
Still back in my kicking tactic.
And finally, who has the worst fashion sense? I'm assuming worst fashion sense.
That's
In-
a tough one.
in the
There's a
whole
lot of
squad, yeah.
there's a lot of edgy.
Yeah, but edgy
fashions.
isn't necessarily bad.
The props have got to be up there. The props as a whole have got to be up there, I reckon.
Yeah, different.
With me being the best, me
Yeah,
being at the
you'd
top,
be- yeah, 100%.
obviously. Yeah.
You've got interest in fashion.
It's
Yeah.
changed over the last few years.
Mish,
What
I
are
feel
those
like, I
things
feel like
called?
you've got a lot of different styles.
You've got shuffles.
Yeah. Could look like you've just been on a day's fishing, or like just been shooting, or had like.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. Comedian,
No.
mate.
Good dad vibes as well.
Yeah.
I reckon, especially
Are
with
you
the
guys trying to say I'm the worst dressed here? what are you trying to get at here, lads?
Matt Fagerson,
Yeah.
camouflage Crocs, and
I'm not sure about the Croc vibe. A few boys that started sneaking into the culture recently. A few boys wearing Crocs.
We'll just go with Matt.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah,
Matt's
Matt
got the worst.
Fagerson takes
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was all our questions. What one do we think gave us the most discussion or was the most interesting out of those?
Definitely the ducks and the horses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think.
I
it
still
was-
haven't decided which one.
So, would you rather fight 100 duck-sized horses or one horse-sized duck?
100 duck-sized horses.
That's a brilliant question, and we don't have an answer for you. But that one,
No, I'm the big duck.
I do. I've got an answer for you. It's 100 duck-sized horses.
I think you're getting bad by 100 horses. Miniature horses.
Tiny, mate. They're only like.
the discussion continues. But that one
They're a
is
foot-
the
they're
question
only a
that we have
foot-
decided
They're
to
only
choose.
a foot high.
So you've won the Scotland vs Ireland signed programme by Hoggy. With the TikTok Women's Six Nations kicking off next week, I am now joined by Scotland women players Emma Wassell and Christine Belisle. Thanks for joining me. We are going to have a chat about what the women's team have been up to and look ahead to their upcoming tournament. Firstly, you're now back in camp. How's it been all being back together as a group?
It's been good. I think after World Cup, we all went back to our clubs, and Waz and I actually play together at Lightning, so I can't seem to get away from her, which is a blessing and a curse. But yeah, it's nice to be back up with everybody. Obviously, we've got new coaches in as well, so it's like fresh start going into this Six Nations that we're really looking forward to.
I'm saying it's been nice to have the break, but the break has kind of made it feel really exciting come back into camp. So yeah, it's been good.
Yeah, and England up first. The game is sold out apparently in Newcastle.
Sold out, yeah, Newcastle, pretty much a home game.
Yeah, and then followed by three home games at the Dam Health. Now I've never played there, but apparently
It's
the atmosphere can be pretty cool to play in front of.
yeah, I think a big part of it as well is probably just being next to Murrayfield. It feels very much being at the home of Scottish Rugby. The crowd feels very close. And yeah, we've managed to get some good crowds along, so hopefully we get the same again this year.
You girls, after 12 years, was it? Getting to a World Cup, and yeah, what's that been like since the World Cup, or the experience you gained there, and now what you're looking to kind of implement for this year and this season, and what's ahead?
I think we learned a lot going to the World Cup. It was a surreal experience. I think a big thing for us going to the Six Nations is how we can kind of improve from there and show that we're moving forward.
And I think too, like obviously we have we've been given professional contracts now as well, so now that we have had more time together, being able to show what we've learned from World Cup and just these few camps that we've had together going into it, like it's such an opportunity to show how important those contracts are for us. Looking at how frustrating and disappointing some parts of our World Cup kind of campaign was, we did learn so much, and we still had such an incredible time. Like, I think as a squad we came away with some of the best stories and like the best just team bonding things that we did. We got up to a lot of good stuff.
I'm sure you can share them at a later date.
Yeah.
How are you feeling for your World Cup?
Yeah.
Sorry, whilst we're on the topic of World Cups.
No, really looking forward to it. It's a special time of year, special time of your career. If you get named in that final squad and get to make it. 4 years ago, I broke my foot in the first game we played, so short and sweet. So hopefully, fingers crossed, all goes well. And with it being in France as well, it's not too far away, so hopefully get a decent amount of support coming over to watch us play and cheer us on. So thanks again for tuning in to Access Scotland Camp. We will now be handing the reins to the women's team, who are going to be taking over the show during their campaign. We've had great fun connecting with you through this series, so thank you to everyone that has watched and engaged with us. We hope you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much, and over to the ladies.